Oh, that's a bit loud, huh? Why is this so loud today? Anyway, hello. Hey, hello. Hope you're doing all well. Yes. Let me just quickly check audio. Alright. Anyway. Okay, so let's see where we left off. I don't actually remember. I'm kind of tired already. What the? Why? Why? So this is like day 41, huh? Wait, when was like the beginning of week 6? I want to say day 35. I think. Maybe? I don't remember. Anyway, it's not that important. I can just check afterwards. Don't want to go through the trouble. So, today we do some proper warm-up, because this is dog shit. This is trash. Trash. All of it is trash. Trash. The question I just have is... well, anyway, I mean, it's just the same question, really. Is this going to be effective, in terms of a learning exercise? I just looked up how to draw ellipses, but like it's, it doesn't seem to be any particularly good advice floating around at this point in time. I kind of feel like that at some point I watched a video. It's been a long time now, though, where the guy was discussing a more practical approach. Because what you mostly will see, first you might get the basic explanation of what an ellipse is, what ellipse, right? And how it's different from an oval, for example, from Proco, I think, And then they move into, say, discussing how drawing an ellipse is best done with a plane, or a square, rather. Not that that helps a lot, Hmm. I don't know, like this, like, I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know about that. Let me get my drawing glove though. Might also have to set the desk a bit further down. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? It's I should definitely change the time for these streams, you know? I don't know about starting this like properly, this proper calendar week, you know? So, I don't know. So I still have a bunch of stuff to do. We'll see. I'll probably yeah, I'll probably just talk about it when I'm sure, you know. Might be one stream before the change in timing or schedule times. Yes. Or just one stream. I don't know yet. We'll see. Where is my... There it is. This is so difficult. To like actually... like actually use the tablet when it's laying flat. It's kind of weird. Interesting. Okay, let's see. I don't even know. Is this an ellipse? Does this count as an ellipse? It's more like two very ugly lines. Or one very poorly bent line. A poorly drawn circle. This is not bad. Huh. Is there no way to construct this properly? The hell? Okay. I don't know. I mean, how does this an eclipse actually even look like? Eclipse? Ellipse, sorry. This is an ellipse, right? Yeah, I'm kind of understanding the principles, but it's like, can I draw this? Unlikely. Not really. Actually, no, I can't. This kind of looks interesting, though. Kind of looks like a pipe that's being pinched on this side here. You know? Might even be the other way around. It's hard to tell. Because it's a full ellipse. So like drawn through the form, basically. Hmm. 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 Like, I understand that an ellipse has 4 equal sides. Or, sorry, 4 equal parts. You know, so something like this. Something like this. Something like this. Something like this, I guess. I mean, not really, but kind of. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know, huh? This is like an oval, right? Hmm. 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 I don't know. Hmm. I kind of thought of like trying to figure out how to work brushes. You know, how to actually set up a brush. That's why I chose the title for Horror Monday, you know. Horror Monday. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'd have to read a lot of stuff in the documentation, though, probably, just to understand the basic concepts of what I'm looking at. You know. Actually, there's no time to waste. Let me just start out with exactly that. Let's look at some explanations. Let me just check. This is here, yes. The only issue is that you can't exactly see this. I don't think. Yes. Yes, you can't. Somehow magically for some odd reason. Hmm. Hmm. Oh well. I'll just see. I'll just try and figure it out. Okay. Let me see what I can find. And I could also just look for brush bundles. Hmm. I mean, there has to be some reason why people are able to sell brush sets, right? Anyway, let me switch my brush actually. Where's my. Yes. We go to this and see what we're working with here. So I don't know anything about the blending mode. Soft light, addition, burn, color, color dodge, darken, divide, erase, lighten, multiply, normal, arithmetic, binary. That's a lot of random settings that aren't being explained here. So there's a general tab. Okay, under general, there's a tab for size, ratio, spacing, mirror, softness, rotation, and sharpness. I have no idea what sharpness is for. I kinda can imagine mirroring, but why that would be like a brush setting and not a canvas setting is beyond me. I don't know. Anyway, spacing, no clue what that's supposed to be. And then we have ratio, which is also kind of weird. Don't understand what ratio is supposed to be. Understand size in a sense. Okay. How to make this work? And what is flow? Okay, let me look. Critter. Flow, opacity and flow. Parameters of the transparency of a brush. Okay. They are interlinked with the painting mode setting. Oh, okay. Opacity is the transparency of a stroke. Flow, the transparency of separate dabs. From separate dabs? What do you mean? Hmm? The transparency of separate dabs? What? Flow and opacity, when combined with brush sensors, would add up to one another, being only limited by maximum opacity. This was unexpected. Okay, yeah, sure. This is just. Hmm. Adjust the pressure curve to be concave. Okay, let me try that. Concave. So I turn off opacity, which it is. I turn on flow. I'll set it to 0.5. Where do you set the maximum value on flow to 0.5. Show me that. I want to see that. Opacity turned off. Yes. Flow. Okay, so they just mean 50%. Okay. And I want a concave profile here. So it's on pressure. Something like this maybe. Let's go to 0.5. Flow 0.5 concave, opacity turned off, brush tip. So I'm guessing that pattern that's an interesting one. Rough canvas. Texture strength. Okay. That's interesting. That's very, like, how should I say? Blurry, I think is the word. That's incredibly blurry. Kind of seems unreal. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so flow 50%, opacity turned off. I wonder what you would use for a textured brush. How does a textured brush actually look like in the options? I'm interested in that. Oh. Okay. So we turn off this. We go 50% on here. And then we go something like that. Uh-huh. Not too certain about this. What would you use this brush for? I'm personally wondering. squiggly lines. Painting mode. There's not a whole lot of any explanation here, actually. What would be the next set? Okay. Airbrush options. Vertical. Then we have a bunch of like textured stuff. Tilt direction. Tilt direction sensor is linked to the physical direction of the stylus in space. Okay. It links the vertical axis of the brush to the direction of the stylus. Okay. When Krita cannot detect tilt direction, it puts the brush into neutral position. The neutral position of the pen tilt corresponds to the pen being held in the right hand at a 3 o'clock position. Okay. Stylus stands strictly vertically. The tablet doesn't support tilt. The mouse is used, which doesn't support tilt either. Drawing angle is commonly used in combination with rake type brushes. It is especially useful because it does not rely on tablet specific sensors. In contrast to tilt direction, it links the horizontal axis of the brush to the direction of the of the painting stroke. Okay. Okay, sure. What am I seeing here? Lightness strength. Oh! Affect the lightness strength of your brush tip with sensors. Only available with brush tips in lightness map mode. Lightness map mode. Lightness strength. Disabled. Brush must be in lightness mode for this option to apply. What is lightness mode? Other sensors. In addition to the sensors discussed above, there are many other rotation sensors available that allow for a variety of effects. Fuzzy, distance, drawing angle, fade, flow, rotation. So wait, let me try this. So I go into rotation and I choose, instead of fuzzy dab, I choose fade. I guess. I mean, I don't know. What would fading do here? I don't know. This is not exactly... I wonder if my tablet has tilt support. Probably, but I don't know for certain. Okay. Kind of weird. So what would happen if I take the size flow brush and I go into flow and I enable flow. I set it to 50%. Hmm. How would it compare? Okay. It's certainly a lot lighter, just in terms of color, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so it's easier. Kind of seems easier to control the thickness of the lines, if I'm being honest. Hmm. Yes, it kind of seems that way. Whoops. It's still the size flow, but it doesn't do this weird, super thick, like, thing in the middle anymore, I don't think. It's kind of more stable, and I don't dislike it. Though it's also a lot, like, less visible. So, like, the opacity is certainly suffering here. Hmm. I don't know, huh? Hmm. Okay. Let me see. Hmm. Size flow. It's an opacity setting, basically. Hmm. Kind of reduces this footprint by 50%. Hmm. Okay. I kind of want, like, might be a bit difficult, but let me see if I can find anything. Hmm. I kind of want, like, a pencil, you know, effect. Hmm. 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 I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of information about any of this. Hmm. 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 Okay, so there's apparently, like, a sketch brush set. I don't know. Who is it from? Is the question. Official Critter. Okay, interesting. No, that's not the channel name. It's just Critter, you know. But it appears they have some interesting brushes. I mean, I could try it out. Probably wouldn't hurt. Hmm. Hmm. I kind of feel like I heard some interesting stuff a while back. Something perspective projection. Yes, right. It's about something that humanity has known scientifically for a very long time. In regard to how to achieve it in digital painting programs, let alone open source. Tutorial is a bit image heavy. Okay. What was this about again? Hmm. Orthographic view. Rectangle. Have a front top view side. I mean, it wouldn't hurt reading up on perspective. I don't know what perspective projection is, but it's a general concept. Let me look at the brush set here first, though. Oh, it's an instant download. I don't like that. I would at least, want to have a download brushes PDF with user guide here. Download sample images with Sketch V2 bundle. Sample images, nah. I do kind of want to test out the brushes though. For Critter 5. Do I even have Critter 5? I don't remember. Let me see. About Critter. We have 5.2.1. Okay. Alright. Might work. Might work out. Let me just sit down a bit. I've been standing in a weird way. I don't know. I don't know how that is. This certainly feels like a personal hell. Trying to figure out brushes on Critter. There's like so many options. And then I don't even know what I truly need. Like I just want to get something that actually let me think about this from the perspective of what I currently have, right? So I usually use this flow size brush that I somehow found somewhere. I don't remember. Was it part of standard Critter? I don't know. Either way, that's what I use, right? The issues I have mostly is the strength. So it gets too big too fast. Or too easily, I guess you could say. With just a little bit of pressure, the brush is suddenly like 5 times larger than it was before. I hate that. I also don't like how easy it is to get this. How should I describe this? Hmm. This thickened C curve, basically, where the thickness is concentrated in the curve of the C, I guess you could imagine, right? And it goes lighter, gets lighter, as you move away from the bend, as you move away from the, you know, curve, basically. Hmm. So then how would I fix that? Like I have no idea. Genuinely, like no clue. Hmm. I mean, what I tried earlier didn't seem too bad. I just really don't like how see-through it became all of a sudden. You know? Hmm. But basically, I just wanted 2 HB um, pencil to use when I'm drawing digitally. That's really all. I don't ask for a whole lot, I don't think. Anyway. Hmm. But how would I achieve that? Let me see. Let me try and look for that critter 2 HB brush. Is that the right designation? I think it is 2 and then HB. Right? It's not HB2. Yes, it's 2 HB. Hmm. I don't know. I mean, brushes and bundles. Rake brushes, scoring markers, charcoal KA. Best charcoals ever created. Amazing. Dynamic stamps. Wave and water concept art. Maybe that's what I want. I don't want to watch a video right now. Hmm. Okay. These actually don't look that bad. Hmm. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's try these. I'm liking that. This kind of reminds me of the industrial design videos from this one artist I occasionally watch. Question is just how do I use them? Where do I move them? How do I... Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. How do I use them? Do I just throw them into resources in Critter? I think, if I remember correctly, I think that's what that's what how you do it. That's how you do it. So it might be this. Then where then? I don't know. Library, plugins, MLD, share. Where do you move them? Let me see. Resource management, home, or app data? It's in app data? Are you serious? Under Critter, you mean? Apparently, yeah. Okay. And then what? Is that it? Okay. Well, where do I throw this stuff then? So, like, I have a texture. Brushes? No. Predefined image sizes. Preset icons. Sessions, symbols, tags. Templates. Okay. Let me just get this. Traditional concept art bundle. Wave and marker texture PNG. Where do I move the texture PNG? Hmm. Where do I put these textures? Hmm. No, that's not what I want. Texture. Yes. I basically want to know. Hmm. 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 I just want to know where to put these textures. Like, I downloaded the brush set, right? Say critter. Brush bundle plus texture. Um, Resource management, creating your own bundle, importing bundles. Click on import button on the top right side of the dialog, select .bundle. Oh, okay. So I shouldn't actually be moving this stuff into here. Let me just find. Why does this take so much time? other trivial. Okay, let me move this here and get the texture as well. So then, storage resources, no. Where is actually the, where's the import button? Where? What are you talking about? Resource management. To import a bundle, click on import button on the top right side of the dialog. What dialog? Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. You can manage resource libraries by going to settings, manage resource libraries. Okay, settings, manage resource libraries. Yes, and then I click on import. Okay, there I found it. And it's on the bottom left and not the top right, but okay, maybe the tutorial is a bit older. Is there a bird right next to my window? Damn, that sounded close. He was singing something for me. Oh, I'm almost like a Disney prince. Yes, yes. My time has come. Anyway, so where was I? Right, I want to go to this, this, and this. Wave and water traditional concept. Beta. The question now is whether or not I actually got the resources I wanted. What is this? Smudge textured. No, that's not what I want. Let me switch to sketch. Is that it? Is this what I think it is? No. Oh, there's an HB pencil. Let me try that. This might not be too bad, actually. I should have just looked, I guess. This is a 2B pencil. This is a 2B pencil? Are you sure about that? Doesn't feel like a 2B pencil. But I might be using these going forward. We'll see. Anyway, let me try and find what I just downloaded. So, where would that be? Where would that be? Demo? Nope. Can I just disable everything here? Okay. So where are the wave and water pencils? Wave and water Copic marker. Okay. Let me add this to favorites. This is wave and water Sakura Pigma Micron. This is like a fine liner, I guess. And then we have Copic marker Super Brush. Oh, okay. So we went ahead and actually tried to mimic. Yes. Ooh, that's fancy. Oh. Ooh. Okay. This is kind of weird here, what's happening in between sometimes. But there's a mark. See this? Sometimes there's this like slightly darker mark, but I like this. Question is though, okay, it does actually react. Okay. So my tablet does seem to support tilt. Yes. Okay, it does seem to do that. That's interesting. That's good to know. Okay, I guess that's what I'll be working out today, huh? Trying to work with the tilt of my tablet. That's certainly not something I've done before. Ooh, look at this super fine line. Still not quite following. First of all, why it's getting smaller. Okay. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Let me reactivate everything else here. Okay. Now let's go to favorites. Try out this. What is this? I might be enjoying these brushes here actually. This looks interesting. We'll try it. We'll do some drawings here. Okay, so I will probably. Well, actually, never mind. Let me just look at the link here. Should be fine. I'm using them, you know. Should be good. Let me see. Where was that? Where was it? Where was it? Okay. So, wave and water traditional concept brushes. This would be this one here. We copy this. Let me just pin it. Okay, let me see if I can actually do that. I don't know yet. Okay, here is the brush set. How should I declare this? Like, here is the brushes. These are the brushes. You can't even, like, these are these brushes. Okay. Let me pin this message. Did I pin the message? I think I did. Okay, should be good. Should be fine. These are exactly the brushes I'm using currently. We'll see how well they work. Let me just close all of these. I guess I will just rely on other people's technical prowess, because I would have certainly not come up with this anytime soon. We'll see. We'll see if I like them more than the size flow. Certainly going to be a change, but shouldn't be too much. We'll see. I wonder if there's a way to, while keeping them in your favorites tab, not showing all of your favorite brushes in your right-click panel here, because I would like for there to be only those 3. I wonder if that's possible. What would this radial menu be called? Probably just radial menu, yes? Let me see. Where's my mouse? Hello? Why can't I? Hell? Somehow I couldn't leave the mouse, sorry. I couldn't leave the application window of Critter with my mouse somehow, magically. Okay, we'll keep open this like perspective projection. Kind of, at least it sounds fancy. Perspective projection. Sounds very fancy, actually. Okay, let me see. I want to close this, and that, and this as well. This too. Nobody needs that. Should be fine. Anything else? Wanted to do something else too. Let me just drink something. Yes. How come I forgot immediately what I wanted to do? What the fuck? Huh? It's unbelievable. I just talked about brushes. And the rest I forgot. I forgot the rest. I think. I forgot the rest. Fuck, okay. No, it completely just left my mind, the thought. The hell? What the hell? Well, I just wanted to draw something, yes? There we go. Okay. Move this over here. Make it significantly smaller. Okay. Let's see. We'll see. Oh, right. Now I remember. Okay. Just when I looked at the brushes, I wanted to see if there was a way to customize in Critter the pop-up palette. You can access the pop-up palette settings, which allow you to adjust the number of brush presets and their arrangement. Settings menu, modifying the options related to the settings. Toolbars shown. Configure Critter maybe. Oh yeah, pop-up palette. All right. So select the size, color selection, number of brush presets, dynamically adjust slot count. I'm guessing. Ugh. Doesn't really Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Um. Hmm. It's 8 years old? Okay. So there's like apparently a way to choose which tag is shown in your radial menu, in your pop-up palette, basically. Display settings, float Docker, no. Okay, but I have to go to a meeting really quick. Yes, liking this actually. Hmm, I like how it's forcing me to be more conscious about the pressure in the middle of my line here, because I'm used to readjust the other way around. Anyway, I'll be right back with you. Hey, there we are. Kind of weird. My chat is looking kind of. Let me just reconnect here. Let me see. It's kind of weird that the chat isn't. Anyway, it's okay. Oh, sorry. We'll see. We'll try these brushes. How far am I? 33.50. Okay. This is still the same brush, yes? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot my drawing glove. Successfully retrieved the drawing glove. The drawing glove. All right. Let's see what this is all about. Hmm. Okay. So this is the sketching, right? And then this and what is happening here? See this? It's kind of weird here. It's certainly doing some funny business. You see what the hell? Yeah, you see this these artifacts here. The hell? And I'm just firmly pressing down on the pen here. So it would appear that this is something this brush does on its own. This might be an issue. Okay, let me go and import the what's it called? The texture. I don't know if I actually have to do that, probably not. But you never know. You know? You never know. But it might be. Huh. Okay. This might actually be the reason. So do I have to apply this myself? I can. It wouldn't be an issue, I don't think. It's certainly a very interesting way to make this stuff work here. Okay, this might actually be useful. Yep. I'll just override both of them. Somehow it didn't work. What? When I draw with it, huh? Huh? Color smudge engine. Color rate, smudge radius, smudge length. Why would you enable color rate and not actually enable color rate? It's kind of funny, no? Rotation is enabled. Color rate, smudge radius, smudge length, ratio, tilt elevation, size, tilt elevation, opacity is on. Then we have hue, saturation, value. Yep. The hell is happening here? Why is this brush so different? When I use the brush in the scratch pad, it's perfectly normal. It just functions. It just works. As you would expect a marker to function. As soon after saving, mind you, as I exit and I try to do the same thing here, it just simply doesn't work. I'll try and restart Critter. I don't think it will help, but we will see. Give me a moment here. I'll throw you back into the intro for a little bit. Okay. Okay. So, I think I figured it out. I don't know. We will see in but a second. Let me see. No. Look at this artifacting. What's happening in here? Is my... Let me look. Let me have a look at my tablet properties here. I think I'm using Windows Ink, but let me just double check. Pen settings. Pen and Windows Ink. This is not what I'm looking for. What the hell is happening? Why is this brush so weird? This works fine, mind you. Okay, let me go back to this one. Turn off the color rate, pen settings. Override the brush setting. Copy marker. Is it normal? Yes, it apparently is normal. This brush. See this? I guess it doesn't work just fine. Only works fine. I don't know when. Just doesn't seem to function properly. And here I was thinking, I finally found a solution. I don't understand what is happening here. And why is the opacity down? Look at this weird ass brush. It's so weird. Huh? It's so... Huh? Man, I just want to use... Please, just... Man... Kind of funny. You see... Input pressure global curve? Why do I need a global curve? Maximum brush speed? Who is setting this up? Is that the issue? Brush speed smoothing. What do you mean smoothing? I don't want any smoothing. Use tablet driver timestamps for brush speed. May cause severe artifacts when using WinTab API. I mean... Let me use the tablet tester here. It seems to be working just fine, but maybe my drivers have an issue of some sort. I mean, I don't know. Have I updated them recently? Don't think I did, honestly. Let's just keep this for now. Like, it kind of works if I'm not doing too much in terms of the tilt, I think. I don't know, this is so weird. Man. Okay. Let me see. Let me try and see if there is anything that I can change, or if someone has a similar issue here. Hmm. Hmm. They are pretty old, though. Hmm. Um. Lator. So he's just using WinTab, but he's also setting. Let me try some of his settings here. So he went with 70 pixels per millisecond. He's using WinTab. So I have to restart this whole thing again. Let me check options. Tip up assist. Should I adjust the pen pressure for compatibility with old applications that only support 1024 pressure levels? No. This is not what I wanted. Maybe about driver version. I mean, I could do some diagnosis, but I don't think that will help a lot. It's funny how it's instantly jumping to 33% when I'm just lightly brushing the surface here. Kind of funny. Okay. Maximum pressure is insane. Like who is setting this up? Okay, that's fine. Hmm. 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 There's so much stuff. What the hell? There's so much stuff to read through. I just want a brush set that works, please. Come on. I mean, the fine liners work. They're mostly using those anyway. So for now, I guess I could just ignore this, which I'm gonna do. But first, I have to sit down because my back is hurting. Because I'm standing like. Stupido. Stupido. Man, I haven't drawn anything today. Fucking hell. It's unbelievable. This is impossible. Not allowed. Hmm. 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 Okay. Let me just restart really quick. Okay, sorry. I just thought I'd go and get some more water here. I really wonder why, oh why, this isn't working. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Anyway, let's actually go and draw something now. I'm agitated. I haven't drawn anything. The whole purpose of this. Still, this artifacting here is kind of weird. But I mean, nah, it is actually quite obvious. And why is the opacity set to 83%? Fuck that. And how does this work if I use a different color though? Let me use this yellow here. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Alright. So now I just have to figure out. Anyway, let me just remove from this tag. What else? This one removed from this tag. Who needs this? Exactly. No one. Perfect. Alright. Like this one seems to work just perfectly fine. You know? Okay. Maybe it's the predefined brush that I took. What is this? RGBA animation. RGBA animation. What is this? My brushes. Okay. Okay. Yep. And then on this one, what did he say? DA triangle grain C. Then I'm seriously wondering what the Waven water markers are for. The artifacting is still occurring even here. And so I also heard, like, or read rather, I should be setting like the layer to a multiply mask, which I have no idea how to do, but okay. So convert to a transparency mask, selection mask, properties, multiply. I don't know how to do that. Honestly, no clue. Let's see. Multiply layer. Select the layer you want to change and then choose the multiply blending mode from the layer properties. Okay. So I make a new paint layer. I go to properties, blending mode, multiply. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing here? I mean, I don't know. Maybe? I have no idea. I mean, I'm just, let's just draw something. Let's just draw something. This is kind of... Why is this so dark? What the hell? It kind of doesn't feel right. Why is this so dark all of a sudden? Is it because of this layer? What? Okay, I feel like Critter is trolling me or something. I don't know what's happening anymore. Look at this. This doesn't look good. This doesn't at all look like what I just had going on earlier. What the hell? Is it my fault? Is it the opacity? What the hell? I'm so confused. Is it because I changed the speed on the tablet's properties? Fuck. Why can't it just work? Please. Oh. Ooh, this is tilting me so hard. Anyway, let's just draw. Oh, okay, I see. I see. It certainly is looking like Jensen. Like Jensen's arm. It probably is like the art book, no? Low resolution art book. What was his first name? Adam Jensen. Right. Adam Jensen. Kind of looks like his arm. Slightly. Somewhat. I think. Maybe. Anyway. I'm so agitated I forgot how to draw immediately. Get rid of this shit. Why did I spend all that time to find these brushes when as soon as I want to use them, they just don't work anymore? Or is it simply just the speed and angle? What happened here again? Stop it. Madness. Okay, well, anyway. How do we do this? How do we do this? Let's start with where all the stuff is. Something like this, maybe. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. It kind of seems too far away, no? Because it is. Okay. I think this should be fun. Somewhat. Maybe. It's a bit too large. Ouch. My back is hurting so much. I haven't even drawn anything today. I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry. Okay, so we have this thing going over here, this plating of some sort. Kind of like this, yes? Hey. How could I fat finger this anyway? Something like maybe something like this, and another one like this, and something like this. Yeah, man. Ah, whoops, wrong one. Is it not working as an eraser? Apparently not. Look. Regardless of how much I press down, just yeah, this is the most terrible eraser I've seen in my entire lifetime. Holy shit. Anyway, proportions don't work. Even though they've said proportions are the number one, I guess in this case, in this specific context, they are very much number one. You know? I mean, I'm still, despite everything, you know, I still kind of like this brush, you know. I don't know. It probably doesn't make too much of a difference anyway. I'm not that good yet. I don't think. You know? Anyway, at least the title came true somewhat. You know? This is horrible. Horrible. Horrible trash. Hmm. 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 I'm confused. I'm confused. Whoops. Anyway, I guess we have to make it work. Ouch. This is hurting so much. Just standing here is insane. Greatest. The greatest torment. Hmm. Oh, okay. See the mistake. What the hell? There we go. Hmm. Hmm. Kind of looks like an armor sitting on top of the arm and shoulder. Hmm. I don't know. I mean, does this look better? Not really. Looks different. Certainly. Forces me to do different lines. You know, and that ultimately might be a good thing here. I'm kind of feeling like with this particular brush, I am training confidence in lines a lot more than when I used the other one. You know? That's just what it feels like. I don't know if that's actually going to be the case. But, yeah. It's not like I haven't drawn hands yet, but basically forgot everything important already. Let's go to 22% and just draw this stuff in the background. So I want to look at where the pinky is. I can see it, okay. This is kind of further up then. This is also kind of like let's go 85. Ouch. Ow! Still trying to punch through the tablet though, which isn't a good idea. Let me just drink something here. Ow! I have to sit down a bit. Everything is hurting. Everything is hurting. Man. I'm not too sure about this. I mean, the hand is looking kind of very weird and bad. It's just like, no. Not good. Not good. Hmm. Ow. Okay. Let's see if I can keep going. Keep going. See if I can keep going here. All right. What was I trying to mark with this line here? I don't know. I'm guessing like. I can't believe just standing on a floor can hurt this much. Like, what the hell is this? I'm about to. I don't know. I mean, yeah. Should have figured out the size of this fist earlier. Because this is certainly not going to be working. Terrible. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Ouch. Alright, there's barely any room for the knuckles here. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not leaving any rooms for the knuckles. Hi, man. Also, this finger is way too short here. This is looking horrible. Ouch. Hmm. How do you even... More like a symbol of a hand. But, well... Anyway. Anyway... I don't know. Ouch. Hmm. a bit too dark, I think. Doesn't quite work. English. How do I doing it usually? This tilting is kind of so weird. Man, what the hell? Sorry. This rotation is kind of, funny, let's say. Kind of funny business. Business. Terrible. This looks like terrible trash. Why did I do this? I don't know. I just did. Anyway, let me just erase this. It's not useful. It's not useful. It's funny, but not useful. Okay. I'm in deep despair. Can't believe the brush immediately forgot how to work. Even before using it. Just before using it, rather. Terrible trash. Okay. Let me see. How to proceed from here. I mean, I don't dislike this way of drawing, but frankly, this doesn't look that much different, or rather not at all different, in my opinion, to this pen here. Let me change the color. Black. See? It's like, I might have as well just used this one, and this one I already had. So why did I use this one? Because I was promised things that weren't happening. That aren't happening. That cannot function. I could, of course, try and delete the pack, the bundle, and re-import them, I guess. But would that do anything? Likely not. I'd have to watch the demo video. Because look, this is basically the same. It's just it's a standard, very standard, just brush. And yet again, It's I don't understand this logic. I don't understand it. How do you write a program whose entire purpose it is to draw lines, to render pixels in such a way to give the illusion of drawing, right? Where you can have a preset or a preview to your brush settings while creating your brush, just for that brush to then not work the way it did in the preview on your canvas. How do you manage that? How is that even possible? That sounds like magic. How? How? How is this possible? This is retarded. What the fuck is happening? I just want to draw, not become a software developer and troubleshoot some fucking art application, Or my drivers. Like, why do I have to do this? What are you getting paid for? Exactly. Like, I mean, like the um, tablet manufacturers, and the people making their drivers. Why do I have to troubleshoot your drivers? Why aren't you doing that? How's it even possible? This is a grievous transgression against something, I'm sure. At least my conscience. Or something. I don't know. I just want to know why this is so different. Like, look, it's completely solid when I draw with no pressure. Completely solid. Why? Why do you not work anymore? This is insane. How is this even possible? Oh, fuck me. This is killing me. Hmm. 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 Okay. I'm just gonna get lost in here if I focus on this. I don't know why this is not working anymore. I have no clue. The only thing I do know is that this is kind of stupid. No, I don't. Thank you. Can I restore default? I might It might actually... Okay, yeah, this is for the entire thing. Not this specific section here. I don't know. I mean, I've been drawing with the same speed settings the entire time. Oh, it's the speed setting. That's one hell of a weird thing. Okay, it was the speed setting. Now it's working again as intended. How fast? What the hell? How fast do you have to be to... What the hell? Why is it me? Am I the issue here? Not using my tools correctly? Okay, so I get it. So this is like, more than anything, a speed thing. Okay. To get this effect, you need to draw faster. If you set your tablet's speed capture or whatever thing settings here. So you hit settings, then configure critter, go to tablet settings, and then you set your maximum brush speed to like the guy has it in his thing, to 70. You have to be one hell of a fucking speed demon to get this effect. Like, what the hell? How fast do you write or draw? Like, this is insane. How? Like, who flicks like this? What the hell? With this kind of speed? That's insanity. Can't even. If I try it, it's just gonna... Oh, terrible. This is insanity. This is like legit insanity. Who in their right mind? What? This is unbelievable. I can't. I can't. This is retarded. Guys, this is insane. What the hell? What? What the hell? What the hell? Let me look at my tablet properties here for a second. Okay. Let's close this again. Just the speed is kind of insane, though. Actually. Okay. Sure. Now that I know for certain, at least, I can happily move on to something else. Could be worse. Could be better. This hand is way too large, I think. It's looking terrible. Anyway, it's not gonna get better anytime soon. So let's just get comfortable with drawing like shit. Why did I draw this with a black pen though? I don't know. I'm sure there was a very good reason that I haven't thought about. Okay. Turn off the reference here. Control Shift A. Unbelievable. Guess I have to take all my flaming back. Oh, relating to specifically the pen, the fine liner, sorry. That didn't work. Okay. Let me look at Pinterest a little bit here. Okay, let me see here. The hell? There we go. Let's see. Okay, so it was the speed. Oh, maximum speed settings. Interesting stuff. Anyway. There's some interesting things here. Some very interesting things. Showing this like that. That's a very nice drawing of a dog. Very nice dog. Damn. I didn't even know there were this many ways to do the... What's it called, actually? The part of your shirt. Near your neck that wraps around. What's that called? Damn. That's one hell of a many way to do this. What the hell is this? Okay. Let's see. So kinda wanna maybe draw a suit. I haven't drawn a suit ever before. Draw a nose? Nah. No. Damn. Okay. Let me just look at my boards here. Specifically, let's see. Where's my board? My board. Okay. Yeah. Am I gonna draw a suit? Maybe. That's a nice suit. Let's take this actually. Very magnificent beard. Okay. I guess I'll just put it in gesture because, yeah. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah. Projects, art, drawings, reference, characters. Hairstyle. No, full body. There we are. Gesture. Thank you. Save. Gesture. Alright, we do some. Let me go in here. Insert many layers. We'll do suits. Alright, first one. Actually, let's move down here for slightly more space to our left. Okay. Let's see. How close am I? 50. Okay, how to break this down? We could. Actually, let's go 100%. This is certainly a bit too fast for me personally. So let me just adjust it to some values that I like, or I might like. This is actually it's good enough for me, I think. Okay, let's try. Let's see how to build this. Let's look for the hips here. Look for the shoulders. It's pretty straightforward. There's a slight, very slight, very subtle contrapposta in this. This is slightly. Oh, whoops. I'm not drawing on the proper channels here. So he's like, oh, actually, let me go red and black. Perfect. Okay. That's interesting. Why is this color so weird? Huh? That's a different shade. My usual red, this is a lighter red. That's fine, I guess. Slightly to this direction, I think. Kind of looks like that. So we have a very slight contrapposta going on, I think. Maybe not. This is what I want to say I'm seeing. Although the hip isn't actually looking towards us like this, it's more like. let's try. No. This is pretty straightforward, actually. Pretty straight on. Yeah. Ow, I'm trying my best here, but my back is killing me. Fuck. Let's try a bit more. We'll see how well it works out. Okay, get rid of this. All right. Wait, how did I? Looking for landmarks, right? Looking for landmarks. Ouch. You. Hi. This might already be too much here. Also, I kind of feel like the hips would be slightly smaller. Like we want to have this either a V taper or just a straight on fridge, I guess you could say. Kind of build going on, I think. I don't know. I can't think properly. Ow! I truly did not think. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Let me try again. Damn. Ouch. Hmm. I kind of feel like I increased the size of the brush a bit too much here. Ouch. Jesus, how do you... Okay, I mean, I guess I have to zoom in then. Yes, okay. I have to zoom in for this kind of line. Hmm. Well, ow. Okay, now I'm hurting way too much. In ways that I didn't think possible. Holy foo. Oh. Always something new. Ouch. Hmm. Okay. Just want to finish this. I forgot half the things I wanted to talk about a little bit. Kind of insane. I blame the pen. Actually, let's just... Okay. I just want to keep this in mind. This is way too big of a brush. Okay, so we get rid of this then. Then we get rid of this. Also this. Also this. Actually, we can get rid of this later. Ouch. Ew. This is insane. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I don't know how to draw. Hmm. Hmm. There's so many layers of layers, and I'm not sure if I'm drawing this in any meaningful manner. Probably not. If I had to take a guess. I don't know. This kind of looks so wrong. It's insane. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I'm about to fall over and die. I wish I could do more today, but yeah. At this point, it's not gonna get any better. Hmm. Not too happy with what I did today, but I guess it could be worse. Although I don't see by how much anymore. Can't be a whole lot. I just save here. Sorry for the abrupt end, but I'm dying. So I'm gonna lay down on the floor or something. I don't know yet. Have a nice rest of your day. Ow! Is there a Shiori stream today? I don't know. Don't quite remember. Don't think. Maybe. Oh, yes, right. Actually, there is. In. What was it? I think it was a collab stream with Hololive ID on Fortnite, if I'm correct. I think. Let me see. Shiori. Shiori novella. I think that was the case, yeah? Yes. So in 5 hours. Alright. Have a nice day. And lots of fun if you happen to watch Shiori's stream. Yeah. Take care of your body. Of your body. And your bodies, I guess. Yeah. I'll probably see you next time. Hope you learned something. Not sure I did, but you know, we'll see. We'll see.